Hey guys, it's Brianna, and today I'm back here with another video. And today's video, I'm going to be talking about my top moments in 2018. So I guess we're just gonna get right into it. So the first thing in 2018 that made my 2018 is in June, I went to Washington with my brother. And in order to get to Washington fairly quickly, you have to take an airplane. And I've never been on an airplane before, and it was kind of terrifying, so I was kind of scared. As we were in the airport, I was like literally dying because I'm scared of heights, like really bad. And I didn't know what it would be like. We sat in the airport for like about an hour. And the whole time my stomach was kind of hurting and I didn't really know what was going on. So I kept going to the restroom, but I didn't have to go to the restroom. I feel like it was just my nerves getting to me. My brother took a picture of me in front of the airplane and I sat there looking terrified because I was. And I was low-key dying on the inside, but you know, it's fine, I don't care. I knew that once I got to Washington, my brother-in-law, my brother's husband, would be picking me up. And I was kind of scared because I don't really like meeting new people. It's not what I do. It's not my favorite thing. So I knew that I was gonna have to meet my brother-in-law, and I was kind of scared because I didn't know what he was like. I didn't really know him at all. Like, I've never talked to him over FaceTime or anything because I don't really like meeting new people. It's not what I do. So once we got on the plane, I was literally dying and we sat in the very back. So I had a pretty good view outside the window, but I was still terrified and I didn't know what was going on. Once we were on the runway, I kept like asking my brother, are we off the ground? Are we off the ground? Because I was terrified. And I'm gonna say that over and over again until you understand that I was genuinely terrified. And then once we got off the ground, I realized that we were off the ground and I was like, okay, this isn't that bad. Even though we were like inclining and I was like back and I was like, I don't know what's going on, but it's not that bad, is it? Once we were up in the air, I was kind of still a little scared. And when we went to go turn, we leaned and I was like, oh crap, what is happening? I didn't know what the plane was supposed to do because I've never been on a plane. I've never even really watched videos of people going on a plane. So once we got to the airport and we got off the plane and we went to the baggage claim, we got our bags, and then I saw my brother-in-law, and my first instinct was to go like run up and hug him. And I don't know why, because that's not who I am, but I guess I just want to have a good bond with him, so I just went up and hugged him. But once he hugged me, he picked me up and kind of like let me down, and I was like, I weigh too much for you to be picking me up, like, oh my god. Once we got to the house, like 2 hours later, I think it was like an hour. I don't really know, I don't remember. But once we got to the house, my brother and brother-in-law kind of introduced me to drag. And I mean, if you don't know what drag is, then you can look it up. I mean, I don't really know how to explain it, but they introduced me to drag. And when they went to work, I was at the apartment alone and I had nothing to do. So they said, hey, this is how you get on Drag Race. But my brother-in-law, Kyle, wanted me to first watch All-Star Season 3 because we were going to see Trixie Mattel, a drag queen, and he wanted me to kind of get a little glimpse of her. So I was like, okay, it looks like I'm watching All-Stars 3. And I literally sat there all day watching it. I went outside, I had to walk the dog, so I walked the dog and came back inside and I watched it some more, and I actually got into it and I was pretty obsessed with it, and I kind of still am, just depends sometimes. So weeks and weeks went by and I think I watched like 2 seasons. I think I watched All-Stars 2 and All-Stars 3, but I'm not sure. And then we were going to the concert next thing I knew. Is it a concert? I don't really think it's a concert. I think it's actually like a drag show, but not like a show. It's like a concert, I think. But we watched the show and she said a lot of things which I didn't really understand because I didn't really understand all the jokes because I haven't watched her actual season, which was season 7, I believe. I think it was 7. I don't know. I've watched all of them now and I have to watch All-Stars 4, but... So like I said, I didn't really understand any of like her jokes or puns because along with All-Stars, along with season 7, she had this TV show / YouTube channel with Katya. Katya's another drag queen. Wow. And they would like do things and they talk about things. They'd have like topics and they talk about the topics, and it was pretty fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie. So that was one of my best moments in 2018, was meeting my brother-in-law, getting on an airplane for the first time, and being introduced to drag. Another thing I forgot though, I had to fly home alone on the way back, and I was pretty terrified because I didn't know if I was gonna get like murdered or kidnapped. I was terrified. I didn't really know what was gonna happen, so I got a window seat, which I was really happy about. Even though it was on the wing, I still got a window seat, and I like looking out the window, so I was pretty excited. And I was kind of nervous of who I had to sit by, and I ended up sitting by this older woman and this younger woman. And they both went on like an Alaskan cruise, and they talked about the Alaskan cruise, like the whole plane ride. And I got to the airport at like 12 in the morning. But yeah, that was my first best moment. My second best moment in 2018 was turning 15 and getting on my permit, which was actually the most terrifying thing in my life. So the problem was, we went to go get my permit, and once we got there, after waiting for like a really long time, they told us something, and I think it was something like we had to get a VOE or like it was a VOE, a verification of enrollment. I think that's what it means. And so we drove like an hour away just to be told that, so we drove back and we waited until the school was open during the summer to get a VOE so I could get my permit. So once we actually got my permit, the next day I think, we started driving. And when I first started driving, I was literally terrified and I was on the verge of crying. And I might insert a video or something like right here. But like I said, I was scared to death, and gradually we ended up driving more. I kind of messed up on what I just said. But we started driving more and I got better, obviously, because you have to start somewhere. You have to be horrible to get good. That didn't even make sense, what the heck, okay? But I finished up ending driver's ed in like 4.5 months, which didn't really take me that long. But now I'm done with driver's ed, and we're basically just going over everything that we have been, and we're going to keep practicing the things that we went over until my driver's test, which is July 17th on my birthday. So my third best moment has to do with something that kind of went downhill, but after a few months it kind of went uphill, which was obviously makes things better. A few weeks after going and seeing my brother, I got home and he basically said, hey, we should start a diet. And I was like, I failed so many diets in the past, but sure, why not? Let's give it a try. And basically I didn't eat as much, and I worked out and I ran outside, and we did like HIIT workouts, which is like, I forgot what it's called, but I'll insert like a text right here or something. But it was from like July to August, and I failed miserably, and I just gave up halfway, and I was like, I'm done. I didn't really tell him that, but I was like, I'm done. I just gave up on my own. So I was like, yeah, I was a failure. Surprise. In September, I kind of started doing my own thing. I didn't work out, and I'm still not working out, but I just eat less. That sounds bad. I don't eat as much as I had been before. I'm pretty sure I had a binge eating disorder, and I think we went to the doctor and they said I had a binge eating disorder. I don't know, I may be making this up, but sorry. Basically that is, you binge eat, and what binge is you just eat. Like, you eat like when you're sad, when you're bored, when you're depressed, like when you're happy, like you just always eat. And that's basically what I did. I just always ate, and I never stopped eating. So I went on and I didn't eat as much, and I didn't binge eat, and I just like ate normally, like a normal human. And sometimes I would eat less than I did other days because I wasn't as hungry, because my appetite started getting smaller. And since September to now, I have lost like 35 pounds, which is really good. And I am planning to lose more, but I'm not sure where it will really go. Over the Christmas break, I have literally gained so much weight, and I'm like, I think once we get back to school, I'm gonna start like cutting out stuff again, because I don't really know what I did, but it's Christmas break, and over Christmas there's like a lot of junk food, and it's triggering. Hello. And the fourth thing is that I made it through 2018 band. If you didn't know, I'm in band and I play a flute, and I'm not only in band, I'm in marching band. So for 2018, our show was titled Conspiracy Theory, because in like 2018 and late 2017, conspiracy theories were a pretty big thing. So I don't really remember the order that our movements were in, but we have 4 movements. I don't know if this is in the correct order, like, sorry. But I think the first one was Illuminati, the second one was fake moon landing. No? The second one was flat earth, third one was fake moon landing, and the fourth one was alien abduction, I believe. And those are all 4, like, some of the top conspiracy theories of the year. And because our first movement was Illuminati, people didn't really like the fact that we had Illuminati in it, and they asked us if we were being forced to, like, support the Illuminati, or, like, if we're supporting the Illuminati, and if we're, like, helping them, like, some way. I don't know, some witchcraft stuff. Can't explain it for you. But people basically thought we were, like, not part of the Illuminati, what am I thinking? People thought that we were, like, worshiping them, and, like, trying to, like, I don't know. I don't know what they thought. There's something wrong with them. But we made it through that year, and it was pretty good. Like, unlike last year, we got 2s, but I don't really know how to explain why we got 2s, but we got 2s. And the color guard got 1s, which, congrats, color guard. I'm proud of you. Because I know the color guard worked, like, really hard. Because their, like, teacher thingy coach don't really know what to color, but I don't know, she's a pretty great person. And obviously I could have not made it through the band year without one of my really close friends, Angelica. So basically what me and Angelica would do is every Friday night we would scream to playing the stand music. And we would scream until basically we lose our voices. Sometimes we wouldn't, sometimes our throat would just, like, kill us, but sometimes we lost our voices. And we made up little dances to, like, the other band's songs. And, like, we'd be standing up and we'd just create our own dance and, like, out of the middle of nowhere. And once it got cold, we shared this blanket and we literally, like, huddled to this blanket, and every time we would have to play a song, we'd, like, flip out and, like, throw the blanket and get our flutes, and it would just be chaotic. And I literally probably wouldn't have made it through the band year without her, because I just love her so much, and literally she's the best person ever. So the 5th thing that on my top 5, I don't know if I said it was top 5, but it's top 5, and my top 5 best moments of 2018 was that I made friends that I literally thought I'd never make before. I made friends that I didn't think would become my friends, and I lost some friends because they moved away. I made, like at least 3 amazing friends. The sad thing is, all my friends I basically have at my school are all juniors, and I'm a sophomore. So next year they'll be seniors and I'll be a junior, and they'll be graduating and leaving me. So when it comes to my senior year, I'll be all alone and miserable. Yay. I made 3 amazing friends, and their names are Christiana, Fatima, and Morgan. Yeah, that's their names. I'm pretty close to all 3 of them, really. I think if I'd say I'm not close to one of them, it's probably Morgan, because I literally talk to Christiana on, like, a daily basis, and, like, over really nothing. And then me and Fatima, can't say what we do, but we do nothing bad, like illegal bad, but it's kind of bad. Nothing that would be, like, in trouble if people figured out. Like, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. We don't do anything like that bad. We just talk and we spill tea to each other. So it's great. And honestly, if I'm bad at one thing, it's keeping best friends. And I kept my best friend for a year because I've only known him for a year because he came to our school like a year ago. and I kept him for a year, and we celebrated our like friendship 1 year. I don't really know. But we made it through a year, and I kept a best friend for like a year, and that's really surprising because usually I drift with them and then we just get back together and we get close again. But no, he stuck with me the whole time, and I think it's on his side because I really tend to shut myself out of the world sometimes, and it sounds depressing. But I kept him, and I'm literally so happy that I actually kept a best friend in my life. So now for my 2019 resolutions and what I want to achieve while we're going into 2019. So the first thing I want to achieve is I want to get down past 140, like weight-wise. I've lost 35 pounds, and I was at 210, and I've gotten down to 175. And it's kind of big, and I don't know, with like all my other diets I've ever done, I've always like failed miserably, but now I'm actually doing kind of good, and I'm kind of proud of myself for once in my life. But I want to get down past 140, and I want to get to like 160 before prom. My second resolution is I want to keep my best friend. I know I literally just had this little conversation with y'all of how I'm really bad at keeping friends, but my best friend, my guy best friend, Donnie, I don't want to lose him this year because I feel like I'm really bad with friendships, and I don't know why. Like, I suck at keeping friends, which is kind of bad because I get kind of close to them and then they kind of just like drift out of my life, and it's kind of sad. The third thing is I want to get somewhere with this YouTube channel. I've tried many YouTube channels in the past, and you can look up my name, Breanna Gallimore, and I think only one will pop up because I think like the other ones like I deactivated or something. I'm not sure. But I want to get somewhere with this channel because I like doing it. I like doing it, and I want to put myself out there and be known by people and not just be this person that's all by themselves, a very lonely person. And I don't want to be like that really anymore, so I just want to be known by people, and I want to get somewhere because this has like been my dream since I was like, what, 9? My fourth resolution is, I don't really know if I've talked anything about this, but I'm in Winter Guard. What Winter Guard is, it's basically color guard. If you don't know what color guard is, they're people, I don't know how to explain it, but they're people that spin flags in the band, and they're the people that spin and toss flags and rifles and sabers sometimes. But I'm in Winter Guard, and what Winter Guard is basically compared to color guard is and during the winter, and it's not with the band, and it's indoors, like instead of like a gym. I just started doing rifle recently, and because I've been doing flag since July-ish, and I know how to do flag, but I've got put on rifle, and it's very stressful. I want to do good when it comes to rifle, and I want to like do this show, and I want to do it good. And the fifth thing is my 16th birthday party. If you do not know me, I am very excited for my 16th birthday party. My great grandma Betty, when I think when I was born, she gave my parents a gift and told them to give it to me on my 16th birthday. I'm 15. I'm about to turn what? I'm about to turn 16 in like 7 months, and I know it's a little far away, but I'm really excited because I think I was told that I have this secret surprise when I was like 12, 13. I think I was like 13. But I have been dying to figure out what it is since I was first told, and literally I think about it at least once a week, and I'm like, what is it? What can it be? And they won't give me any hints or anything, so I'm kind of like very ready for my 16th birthday party. What my parents do for our 16th birthday party is they plan a trip. They plan a trip to somewhere. They ask you for like things that you kind of want to do, like 3 things. My brother's was he wanted to go on an airplane, and he wanted the ocean, and yeah. So he went to Cancun, which like, wow. And my sister said she wanted to be on a pier, she wanted to go shopping, and obviously an ocean. Or at least I think those were her things. I think this is what I was told. But so she went to Galveston, Texas, which is like 7 hours away from me because I live like 7 hours away from Galveston. But I'm still in Texas. But I gave my parents my 3 things, which I don't really remember them, but I think I said I wanted an ocean and I want like a pretty landscape and like a pretty ocean. And I wanted things to do. Like, I really want things to do because I don't want it to be boring, obviously. So I'm ready to figure out what my trip is and what I got from my grandma. And another thing that's kind of into this is I want to get a first good job. I want to get a good first job. There you go. That's how you say it. So basically, I just want to figure out everything for my 16th birthday. I want to figure out what car I'm getting because I think the car I want is a Mustang convertible, like black, but I'm not really sure. But I want a Mustang convertible, and yeah. So I'm gonna get my car on my 16th birthday, I'm pretty sure. And I'm gonna figure out what my great grandma got me. And I'm going to figure out my trip, and I'm literally so excited and I can't wait, and I'm dying for the summer to hurry up and come so I can just figure my life out and have the biggest secrets that were hidden from me exposed to me. So I'm very excited. My mouth is very dry. So that is basically everything that I have for this video. My top 5 for 2018 and my 2019 goals, or my New Year's resolutions, which I guess you could call it. I'm really excited to see what this year has for me, and I hope that it's good this year. Because last year was kind of like meh, and it was kind of basically everywhere. So I am very excited to see what this year has for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please give it a thumbs up to help me, and please subscribe so I can get my goal of becoming someone in life. Yeah. Anyways, again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see y'all next time.